falling down cooler闇へ but never going back touch 向かえどうして高く上げてなお大ボーナなんてもうグッバイ証拠にもなくファイナカマと Need another day I wanna know it from missing no more どこまでも抗ってこう今超えてく Also ready to break it up I'm not afraid yeah break it Give me the point throw in the dark 自分の力に変え wipe out 今ねじ曲げる視線 I never fall I never ever care for them 今立ち向かう and I defeat myself I got ghosts, keep myself safe from back foot I got ghosts, keep myself safe and suspect Time away from me, stop my shadow Smooth, let us set my tongue on this fix I can Nobody knows, cause I can't flow Live fast for the
Hello YouTube, back again with another video. I'm here to give a response to FlightReacts 100 top player NBA list. I'm not gonna really give my opinions on like his choices because that's for him to decide, because not everybody is gonna have the same agreements, and we can all choose for ourselves. But one thing I do want to call out is not the fact that he's a Steph Curry fan. You're gonna find out who #1 is, obviously. But apparently, from what I heard, Xavier's been telling me Flight is just basically meat riding on Steph Curry, which is true. This isn't the first I've noticed that. But on top of like Flight's just terrible list, again, he said Xavier told me he's been playing this for 2 or 3 years. And this is, I wouldn't say this is the top, this is accurate. I wouldn't say these are the top players, like, in order. I think this is just Flight's favorite list. He's choosing based on his favorites. Sure, Steph Curry can make a huge amount of threes. You can't deny that. And he's a pure shooter, and he can make unique three-pointers, but does not mean he's the best player because of it. I truly only think the reason Flight loves Steph Curry, I don't know whether he's cloud chasing too. It's most likely that, but I think it's because the way he scores the three-pointers. But on top of that, I've been hearing that Flight has been reacting to other people's lists. Again, their opinions, but he would get upset. I don't know whether he would insult them or like talk shit about them, but he'd be aggravated when someone doesn't put Steph Curry in the top 5. But like, if that's really the case, wow, then Flight needs to do something else. He really needs to like hold some grass. Then can't worry about what other people think, because just looking at this list to me isn't like accurate at all. So. Because you know, let's just go to the top 5. Let's just start from the top 5. Of course, he puts LeBron James, but my only issue is that he thinks Steph Curry is better than all of these 5 combined. Let me explain why Steph Curry isn't like. No, again, this is not me saying he's a bad player, like he doesn't earn a spot in the NBA. But there's the various reasons why he isn't the best player, because we're talking about Allen Iverson, we're talking about Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant. Those guys are a lot more, I'll be real with you guys, those guys are far more athletic. I'm not going to include Klay Thompson, whatever, but because I don't, again, like, like from what I've seen from my basketball experience from watching their games, there's a reason why they're all-stars, because they actually managed to become all-stars at a younger age, and they've managed to accomplish it at the start of the NBA career, especially when getting more minutes. So, if this is one thing I'm wondering about Flight. If you were to have Steph Curry go 1-on-1 with LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, whatever, Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, Will Chamberlain, may he rest in peace. Dwayne Wade. There's a lot of players out there. Are you telling me he could easily beat them one-on-one? Do you think he just outright score on them? Because mind you, Flights, they could put a lot of coverage on him, and yes, he most likely, there's a chance that we can't doubt that Steph Curry is gonna miss. But they can put a lot of pressure on him. The more pressure you put on Steph Curry, especially if we're playing one-on-one, the more you start to realize like his flaws. And especially if we talk about the power forwards, we can bring so many other players. Dirk Nowitzki, like he's definitely going to put a lot of pressure on Allen Iverson. Karl Anthony Towns, I forgot his name. I know the center power forward for the Minnesota Timberwolves. My bad if I got his name wrong, because it's been a while since I watched the NBA. For short, Karl Anthony. Carmelo Anthony as well from the Denver Nuggets, who used to be an all-star. Now it's just like back and forth. Because like he's more of a sixth man now. If I were to look at Carmelo, he's not getting the same size. Overall, just a great shooter, but he's not as consistent. But this is the point I'm trying to make. But especially if you have Ray Allen, you got to count the other NBA players who can play defense. Paul Pierce, obviously. Just name. You forgot to mention a bunch of other players in the video. Again, I understand. There's too many players like to name. Since you can't name all of them, it's gonna take a while to even think, even for me. But clearly, Flight, it just proves that he has not enough knowledge, and he's just being naive. This list is seriously based on his favorites. It's him picking what suits him most, and he just because you pick something because you doesn't mean it's absolutely right. That's just your take. That doesn't mean everyone has to agree, and that's the point I'm trying to get to. That, and again, whether it's 100% true, because from what it's been confirmed, from what I heard from Xavier, he said that again, Flight would actually go in on people for not putting Steph Curry in the list, because he's a massive like fan of him. But I'm just wondering, does he think that Steph Curry even cares what Flight thinks? Does Steph Curry care about the berating and the insults and the criticism he gets by other people? No, because he believes in himself. The fact that Flight takes what other people say seriously about his list goes to show that he has low self-esteem. He's not confident in what he thinks. Sometimes, if I'm confident in something, I would rather have faith in myself and not care what other people think at the end of the day, because it's like, because you could say that Steph Curry brought him along the way, may have influenced him, maybe when he was younger. I'm not too sure about that. I don't know if Steph Curry was his role model while he was a teenager, a kid, whatever, and that's what it made him who he is today on YouTube. Then kudos to you, Flight, because I don't know if you ever mentioned that, but that could also be a reason too. Maybe he is inspired by Steph Curry when he was a teenager. That could explain his hype around him. But it's no different from the EDP fans, because that's the vibe that I'm getting from. Like, you can't expect people to like you can't expect everybody to like your role model. That's the way it's supposed to be. That everyone's supposed to have a different mindset, and is supposed to have different opinions. And people can argue, they can share, have agreements, disagreements, so forth. But you can't, like, if you go around peer pressuring someone about it, like, you're gonna lose mad respect. And not only that, it's very immature, dude. Just like from the, especially the type of like treatment I've been getting from certain viewers and my haters. But especially if you're a big YouTuber, you would think someone like that would move on and carry out with their YouTube channel and try to like get past it and just be the better person. And again, I don't know what because that's what I heard from Xavier himself. But I do agree with what Xavier said though. His list was just most likely trash. It was all based on favoritism. It's highly opinionated. He picked those who he thinks are better. It's only his perspective. He's only picking NBA players based on his perspective only, and not what the majority think. And that's what Flight is really missing in this, like, that's what he's really missing, the logic behind how people are ridiculing him. He's really missing the point. People are ridiculing him. He's making himself look goofy because he is a narcissist. He doesn't want to accept when he is wrong and try to come up with an excuse. Especially those games. Remember those street games, whether it's 21, and then whenever he would lose to someone, and whenever he's on the court with them, like he'd have some sort of excuse. It's the sun, or his laces aren't tied. The people are booing at him, whatever. He's trying to be easy on them. And considering his height, you would expect him to have a lot more like capability as a player, as a basketball player. But his game is very sloppy, including his jump shot and the way he runs. And then a lot of times when he's ball handling, it's like he's trying to find the ball. He's not only showing off his ball handles. He's trying to find where the ball is. He doesn't know where the ball is. It's fun. But yeah, and that's the point I'm trying to make, you guys, that the Flight needs to know when to like accept like when he's wrong. He needs to be able to like admit his wrong and just be able to take criticism too. So, and not always make it seem like he's always right, because the thing is, when he knows he's wrong, even when he says he's wrong, he's always the first thing he's coming up with after is an excuse for his own flaws, his own ignorance, and not just saying that like, yeah, I made a mistake, I forgot about it, and just be a better man and just mature and know that he isn't right. And that, like, and give people credit too, not just Steph Curry. But again, I feel like I said enough, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Expect more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.